Some sanding chaos led to a 4-month-long flip. Hello, welcome back to Flip with Hayley. If you are new here, I take old furniture and give them a new life. Now you might be wondering why I have one partially completed toy box and one toy box that has not been touched. It has been a journey to get here, to say the least. So the seller of these beautiful, beautiful toy boxes said that she has owned these for at least 15 years. So they are old, they are great quality. They are a solid timber, very sturdy toy box. But it also means that this varnish is tough. It is so hard to get off. I tried sanding, obviously. I used the coarest sandpaper I could find, and it took hours. Honestly, the lid itself to get the stain off took me a good couple of days. I tried acetone, I tried a chemical stripper, I tried a carbide blade, I tried possibly everything in my power to get this stain off. And the only thing that worked was hard, intense sanding. And don't get me wrong, the wood under this is beautiful and I really wish I could get these to natural wood, but the time and energy that it has taken me to get it to this, and I haven't even gotten into like all of the detailed crevices, which are going to be near impossible to get completely natural. So to save my sanity, very last minute I have decided to completely scrap my original idea and not put myself through days, possibly even weeks of sanding to try and get this one done, let alone even get this one started. So we're completely pivoting. This is a start. Forget everything that has gone on. We're starting fresh. We're starting with a new idea. Now that you're caught up, let's just get stuck in. Okay, first thing we're going to do, scuff sand. We're stopping with that one. I'm not going to touch this one again until it comes to the paint. We are just going to scuff sand so that the paint has something to stick to. I'm going to use like a 120 grit sandpaper, just because this is quite a shiny lacquer. Scuff sand the whole unit and we'll be back to the next step. Alright, the other one has been sanded. We are at the point where we can clean these up and get some paint on them, so let's do it. One of the most important steps in furniture flipping is to wipe your surface down. You need to make sure it's free from any dust, grime, oil, build-up, literally anything. You want to go in with a nice prepped, clean surface so that your paint goes on nice and smooth. Alright, onto primer. We're going to prime both of these and get ready for paint. I'm going in with this British Paints primer. So I'm going to go in, do both of these, we'll check back in and then we'll go in with paint. So halfway through priming, I realised that I hadn't taped off the logo and I wanted to keep this as original and as clean as possible. So I quickly taped that off and cut around it so that it could leave a nice smooth finish. Our toy boxes are now primed and they are ready for the first coat of paint. I've gone in with the colour Smooth Beach by Jewel Arts. It kind of represents the natural tone of the wood that we were originally going for in Plan A before the whole sanding saga. So I wanted to replicate that as much as possible, and this is just such a natural light colour that I think is going to add some character to these toy boxes. So let's go in and do 2 coats of paint. I actually loved this paint colour so much, and it definitely did the job that I was wanting it to, which was to mimic the natural colour of the wood that was originally in Plan A. But with the pivot, I had no choice but to paint it, and this was the best option, I feel. So the painting is now done and this is finished. So usually you were going with a sealant or a top coat just to finish this off, but I am using a water-based semi-gloss paint, which equals no top coat because it is built into the paint. So that is fantastic. That is one step that we don't need to worry about, and I love that. So we're ready to head on to something that I think is going to elevate these toy boxes just that little bit further. I'm going to wallpaper the inside. So I've gone in with the lovely linen grass cloth look wallpaper. It is a peel and stick. It should be fairly easy, and we're going to line the inside of this. So this could be a challenge, not going to lie, but let's see how we go. Guys, this wallpaper was such a great addition to this flip. It definitely made my life easier in terms of not needing to do anything with the inside in terms of sanding, prep and paint. So definitely a lifesaver for this flip in particular. And I definitely learnt a lot when applying this wallpaper, that is for sure. My biggest takeaway, apply in smaller strips. The larger, the harder. And the last step was to tape off the badge that was on the front and give it a really good clean so that it looks all shiny and new and matches the rest of the toy box. It has been a good 3 months since I started working on these toy boxes, and to say that I am relieved now that they are done is an understatement. But the hours of sanding and then the pivot has been the best choice for these because I was going down a very rocky road and I knew if I kept on going they would either be out on the side of the road or they just wouldn't turn out the way that I hoped. So I'm glad that I'm pivoted and I am obsessed with the end result. This beautiful neutral cream colour. I'm going to go with any colour palette. The inside being lined with the wallpaper is just that touch that's just going to elevate it just that little bit further. And the fact that I have 2 of them, amazing. What a great selling point. So happy that where these ended up. I would love to hear your thoughts. Would you have continued to sand for days, even weeks, to get these back to natural wood? Or would you have also made the decision to completely pivot? Other than that, stay tuned for the next flip.